Okay, let's just get right into it with a pretty big claim. If you're only using AI in your web browser, well, I've got some news for you. You're doing it the hard way, the slow way. There's a much, much more powerful way to work that AI companies are kind of marketing to developers, but honestly, it's a secret superpower for everybody. So, think about the last time you tried to do a big project with AI. Does the whole process feel a little chaotic? Like you're wrestling with the tool more than you're actually working with it? Let's talk about that feeling. I'm guessing this looks painfully familiar. This is what I call the browser trap. You start a project, you're scrolling endlessly up through a chat, and then suddenly the AI completely forgets what you were talking about 5 minutes ago. So what do? You start a new chat, and then another. And before you know it, your project is a total mess, scattered across 20 different chats, maybe even different AI apps, and you're just desperately copy-pasting things into a Notes app to keep it all straight. It's not efficient, it's frustrating. But here's the thing. There's a completely different way to do this. The AI companies themselves, they've already built tools that solve every single one of these problems. Yeah, they market them for coding, but the big secret is they're phenomenally better for everything else. Writing, research, project management, you name it. And that secret is the terminal. Now, I know, the terminal can look a little intimidating, right? That black screen with the blinking cursor, but trust me on this. Once you see what it lets you do, it stops being this scary black box and it becomes an absolute superpower. It puts you back in the driver's seat. So, what is it that gives the terminal all this power? Well, it really just boils down to two things. Two massive things the browser just can't do. Direct file access and, this is the big one, persistent context control. Let's break down what that actually means for you. This chart just lays it out perfectly. In the browser world, you've got scattered chats. The AI's memory is temporary at best, and you're stuck constantly copying and pasting. But in the terminal, your whole project lives in one single folder. The AI has a real persistent memory through something called a context file, and it can access your work directly. The chaos? It's just gone. This right here is a complete, total game changer. I mean, just imagine telling an AI, hey, research this topic and write everything you find directly into this document on my computer. No more highlighting, copying, switching windows, pasting, none of that. It just does it. That one feature alone is going to save you hours. And that second superpower is the context file. And look, it's nothing complicated. It's just a simple text file that lives inside your project folder. It basically acts as the AI's permanent brain for that specific project. It holds all the important stuff, the key instructions, the decisions you've made, your progress, so the AI never, ever forgets what you're working on. And getting this set up, it could not be simpler. Seriously, you just go to your project folder in the terminal, launch the AI, and run one simple command, something like /init. That's it. The AI reads everything in that folder and basically creates its own little instruction manual for your project. And the result of all this? You can close your computer, come back a week later, launch the AI in that same folder, and it knows exactly what's going on every single time. You don't have to waste time re-explaining your project from scratch. It just picks up right where you left off. Okay, so that's the foundation. But this is where things get really, really cool. Once you have that file and context control, you can unlock workflows that feel like straight-up science fiction compared to the browser. Let's talk about AI agents. So, what's an agent? The easiest way to think about it is like hiring a specialist on the fly. It's a brand new, fresh instance of the AI that you can give one specific job to, just like a coworker. You could have a research agent, a writing agent, or even an agent whose only job is to be a brutal critic and review your work. In a normal browser chat, you've got that one conversation. And as you work, the context window gets filled up, it gets bloated, and honestly, the AI starts to get confused or biased by stuff you talked about hours ago. But with agents, you can spin up 10 or more of these specialists at once. And here's the key. Each one gets its own, completely fresh, full-sized context window. They're all working in parallel for you without cluttering up your main conversation. I love this quote because it just captures the feeling perfectly. When you deploy an agent, it's like a new employee just walked in. He's got a fresh pot of coffee, he's ready to go. He just walked into work. A totally clean slate, ready to tackle the one specific task you give them. It's so powerful. But why stop at just one AI? The terminal lets you build and direct a whole team of different AI models, all working together on the same project. So here's a practical example of a workflow. You could use Gemini for its deep research capabilities, then delegate all of the creative writing and drafting to Claude, and then you could have a model like ChatGPT's come in for a high-level analysis and review. You're literally using the best tool for each specific job. And here is the real magic. Since they're all launched from the same project folder and can read the same files, they can see each other's work. Claude can build on Gemini's research, and ChatGPT can review Claude's writing. Those silos that browser tabs create, they're completely gone. All these features, the file access, the agents, the multi-AI collaboration, they all point to a much deeper, more fundamental shift in how you work with this technology. And this is the core idea. Your entire project, with all its history, context, and generated files, isn't trapped inside some company's web app. It's just a folder of simple text files sitting right there on your own hard drive. It's yours. You own it. So why does this matter so much? It means you have freedom. You're not locked into one company. Your project is completely portable. If a revolutionary new AI model comes out tomorrow, you don't have to migrate anything. You just point the new tool at your project folder, and it's ready to go. You are in complete control of your data. Ultimately, this whole approach changes your relationship with AI. You stop being a passive user of someone else's application, and you become the architect of your own personalized AI system, one that's perfectly tailored to how you work. So that leaves us with one final question to think about. Are you content to just use AI within the limits of a browser, or are you ready to take control and build something truly powerful with it?